The Sahel is often characterized by a great diversity of ecosystems that are home to several plant and animal species, some of which are endemic to the region. This diversity is one of the main natural wealth of the region, hence it should be preserved so that people can continue to benefit from the environmental services it provides, as over 70% of people live in rural areas and most of them have activities that depend on natural resources, particularly family farming. The increasing demand for natural resources of a continuously growing population, combined with an irrational use of water and soil resources, raises the question on the potential sustainability and availability of these resources. The effects of climate variability, marked among other things, may be the recurrent drought episodes registered between 1970 and 1980, accentuate the trend of natural resources overexploitation, which would eventually lead to population's impoverishment, food insecurity, and increasing pressure on natural resources. Thus, agricultural lands are becoming increasingly degraded and populations are threatened by chronic hunger and famine. It is within this respect that the Sahel and Sahara Observatory, OSS, has initiated and supported the implementation of the REPSAHEL project. To serve the same purpose, this journey, organized under the theme Climate Change and the place of ecological monitoring in the decision-making process, is dedicated to information sharing and awareness raising. The Sahara and Sahel Observatory, OSS, is an intergovernmental organization which includes 27 member countries and operates in the fields of environment and water in the Circum-Sahara region. Since its creation in 1992, OSS has mobilized scientists from multiple partner Sahel countries for the production and dissemination of environmental data to provide policymakers and civil society with decision support tools. In fact, the Sahel countries' mobilization went beyond the simple scientific production and called for the valorization and translation of data into efficient tools, fulfilling the needs of their users. Since 1995, OSS has initiated an important environmental monitoring program through the establishment of an observatories network whose main mission is the monitoring of environment and ecosystems. In 2012, OSS, with the financial support of the Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation, SDC, launched a project in the Sahel region to strengthen population's resilience to environmental changes. The project is entitled Improving the Sahelian Population's Resilience to Environmental Changes, REPSAHEL. The REPSAHEL project is implemented in 7 Sahelian countries: Burkina Faso, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Nigeria, Senegal, and Chad. The title Improving Sahelian Population's Resilience to Environmental Changes implies that an increasingly climate change is taking place in the Sahel region, and it is thus necessary to act and improve populations, livelihoods and conditions for a better adaptation. In-field observation activities and satellite imagery have enabled a better understanding of the state of the environment and the evolution of ecosystems in space and time. Accordingly, about 20 observatories, representative of the major ecosystems in the Sahel, have been set up in collaboration with a number of experts. These observatories are equipped with measurement tools, and a number of technicians were also trained for a better operation of the observatories. In fact, regular monitoring of socioeconomic and ecological indicators will enable a better understanding of environmental problems and will help policymakers find appropriate solutions for the populations. These indicators will feed early drought, floods and low-cost invasions warning systems. The understanding and analysis of natural resources degradation causes and effects contribute to the implementation of development policies and strategies to the definition of action plans for sustainable environmental management. In-field observations confirm that natural resources conservation decisions for the well-being of populations could actually be taken. It is a different grazing area of kilometer long and 6 km wide. What is interesting is that this area included objectives other than the ones set for it: to protect the symmetry, regenerate vegetation to protect the city of Nouakchott, and fix the dune. The results of observations obtained within the framework of the REPSAHEL project allowed, among other things, the production of land use and vegetation maps at national and local levels. These maps were published in an atlas. 30 national studies on the state of the environment were elaborated by national and international experts. At the level of the observatories, data and baselines collection reports help to better understand ecosystems and monitor their evolution. Environmental information systems at the country level and at the level of OSS have been set up to ensure wider dissemination of REPSAHEL products to various specialists and users. At least 200 people were trained on various aspects of environmental monitoring, and different modules on socioeconomics, sociology and remote sensing were developed.
Pour bien faire parvenir les informations et les connaissances acquises durant la vie de ce projet, depuis 2012 à 2015, donc une stratégie de communication assortie d'un plan de communication au niveau national pour les différents pays impliqués ont été mis en place. Donc cette communication, elle a été adressée aux différents acteurs impliqués, à savoir les experts, mais également les décideurs, les parlementaires et les communautés locales.
The main role of deputy is to inform people on the negative effects of climate change and educate them on adaptation and mitigation measures.
The workshop aims to share REPSAHEL's results with community-based organizations. Soit partagé avec les ONG parce que nous travaillons avec les communautés à la base.
Nous avons réalisé une vingtaine de journées locales de sensibilisation qui ont touché environ 2000 écoliers et un petit peu plus au niveau des populations locales.
Les enfants ont été sensibilisés dans le domaine de l'environnement et on a bien constaté qu'ils ont répondu à des questions vraiment dont on ne pensait pas que les enfants pouvaient être aussi renseignés. Et ils nous ont fait évidemment des démonstrations qui prouvent qu'ils savent ce que c'est que planter un arbre.
All the stakeholders involved in the environmental monitoring activities, including local populations, have had the opportunity to better understand environmental changes, challenges, and contribute to a better knowledge of environments.
Environmental monitoring is a very long-term process, and the analysis and exploitation of its results require series and years of recording and exploitation.
Alors, les pays les plus avancés en matière de surveillance environnementale,
The most advanced countries in environmental monitoring, which already realized significant achievements through the establishment of specialized centers in environmental monitoring, are currently serving as locomotive for other countries just to keep the train moving. These countries benefit from other experiences and learn lessons from failures, successes and progresses, hence the importance of implementing regional projects where countries can meet, exchange experiences and valorize the achievements of each other.
Où les pays échangent leurs expériences et où les pays essaient de valoriser tous les acquis des uns et des autres.